Lovemaking.com, the network for melanated codified people like you. Well, one of the top, I would say like one of the top 5 trending stories I see today, outside of what Facebook is going to change its name to something else next week, as if, I mean, I really don't care. What else? There's some stuff around the jab and 5 to 11-year-olds that's also circulating. I wanted to wait a little bit more before, speaking about that. What else is trending? There's a lot of stuff that's trending right now. Maxine Waters allegedly paid her daughter $75,000 from her campaign funds, allegedly. Many things. However, as you can see, there's a piece of swine and a kidney on your screen. One of the biggest news stories today is a pig kidney transplant in human. Okay. It says U.S. surgeons successfully test pig kidney transplant in human patient. All right. Like, again, this is this is 2021. The decade definitely did kick off or pop off with a lot of things that were going on last year. And now this is what's happening. All right. Now, some people may see this as a good thing. Some people may not. I don't know. Like, I personally think it's, I don't know, a bit bizarre. Like, I don't eat swine personally. I'm not shunning nobody or shaming nobody who does. I personally do not eat swine. Have not eaten swine since I was about 14 or 15 years old. That's no lie. You can ask my mom and my family. And what else? There's some spiritual implications about pork in general. And so the fact that they were even thinking to test pig kidneys in human beings, I don't know. Karen says, excuse, that sounds creepy. Sky Robin says, unnatural abomination. Sky Robin says, blending of humans with animals. My sister Candace DeLeo is in the house. Law 064 is also in the house. Hey, sis, you tell me what's going on here. You tell me what's going on here. Listen, I don't know. I wake up in the mornings. I do my meditation. I mind my own business. I do my prayer. I make my bed. I get myself ready for the day. And then I ground myself. And then I cautiously open up my computer and look at my phone to see what the hell is popping off in the world for the day. And this is what we came up with today. Today, we woke up to a story of a pig kidney transplant in humans. They said it went successfully. Now, that's what I want to know. Is it even compatible? All right, listen. I want to welcome you all into the Lioness Den. Of course, you already know I'm your sister, Lioness Crowned, your revolutionary, unapologetically Black host right here at Fly Nublan Queen. Listen, we will be in Orlando in a few short days. I want y'all to go over to allblacknationalconvention.com and definitely get your tickets to the 6th annual All Black National Convention. Shout out to my mentor and my teacher from the Black Business School, the owner of Fly Nublan Queen. Shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins, the newlywed, for putting on the All Black National Convention. This is the 6th year, right? The 6th year in a row. Now, if y'all remember the 5th annual, we had it virtually. And then before then, we were in Houston, which was cool. I think it was Houston. And then it was in Philly, and then it was in other places. So shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins for putting this event on. This is the 6th annual All Black National Convention. The lineup is exquisite. Y'all want to go over to allblacknationalconvention.com to get your tickets. Join us in person in Orlando. We will be there the weekend of, October the 29th through November the 1st. So y'all want to get y'all tickets to the A, B, and C. So look. Let me go ahead and do this. People are talking about the mixing of animals with humans. They love making a mockery. They know this is unclean. Things that make you go, okay. If the Most High deems swine unclean for us to eat, why in the world would we consider a transplant from this filthy animal? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Do y'all want to hear what they wrote about this? Y'all let me know if y'all ready. Because if they successfully tested this onto a human being from a pig, and the test went well, they say, how many more of these pigs' organs or other animals will be blended into human beings? Do people see anything wrong with this spiritually or ethically, or not? Huh? Or not? Don't they use animals to grow human organs already? I don't know, but if they do, I personally don't want any parts of that. And by the grace of, I pray prayerfully, like, would not be in a position where I would need an organ. But I have very, 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 very traditional views when it comes to this type of stuff. So this is a good question. Did it work out? So let me do this. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofits, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So, I guess we're going to do this. CNN.com, as I referenced before. Here's the link for the record. If you're watching this at a different time, go to the original live stream on Nublan Queen's YouTube channel, find this broadcast, and hit the live chat. U.S. surgeons successfully test pig kidney transplant in human patients. Updated at 7:33 a.m., Wednesday, October the 20th, 2021, which is today. Okay, and the story is by Reuters, but they are showing it under CNN Health. All right. For the first time, it says, a pig kidney has been transplanted into a human without triggering immediate rejection by the recipient's immune system, a potentially major advance that could eventually help alleviate a dire shortage of human organs for transplant. Now, if there was a bright side of this, I wonder if people would opt into these pig kidney transplants, and if they continue to go quote unquote successfully, I wonder if that would stop all of this organ trafficking that's going on in the world. But I don't know, just raising questions. Not that I support this stuff. I'm just asking a question. Okay. Thank you, Naima. Okay. Now it says the procedure done at NYU, that's New York University, NYU in New York City, Langone Health in New York City, involved the use of a pig whose genes had been altered so that its tissues no longer contained a molecule known to trigger almost immediate rejection. So they altered, listen, it's mad freaking wicked scientists, Yakub and them. Why? The last word is rejection. I'm gonna keep this up here, okay? The procedure done at NYU Langone Health in New York City involved the use of a pig whose genes had been altered so that its tissues no longer contained a molecule known to trigger almost immediate rejection. The recipient was a brain-dead patient with signs of kidney dysfunction whose family consented to the experiment before she was due to be taken off of life support, researchers told Reuters. It says for 3 days, the new kidney was attached to her blood vessels and maintained outside her body, giving researchers access to it. For 3 days, the new kidney was attached to her blood vessels and maintained outside of her body, giving researchers access to it. I can't even imagine what that looks like. I don't know what that looks like, but that's what they're describing. I don't know why. I really don't understand what's going on here. But a lot of people would think that this is great science. And I'm not judging anyone. The thought of pigs in general just makes me want to vomit. It says test results of the transplanted kidneys function, quote, look pretty normal, end quote, said transplant surgeon Dr. Robert Montgomery, who led the study. The kidney made, quote, the amount of urine that you would expect, end quote, from a transplanted human kidney, he said. And there was no evidence of the vigorous early rejection seen when unmodified pig kidneys are transplanted into non-human primates. So it seems that these people have possibly, I think we can surmise, from this paragraph that I'm about to drop in the chat and flash on your screen, because I'm not making this up in 2021. I think we can surmise from this particular quote, where it go right here, is that they have been trying to transplant pig kidneys into monkeys. I think that's what it means. Transplanted into non-human primates. That is a monkey, a chimpanzee, a gorilla, or something like that. That's a primate. One fun fact y'all didn't know about me is I was a little zoologist growing up in elementary school. I did summer camps and things at the National Zoo. Camps, day camps, and all types of zoology, right? I'm about that life, right? So I know what a primate is, and it seems like they was trying to make some swine mate, right? So they've been trying this for a long time to see if the immune systems would reject these kidneys. Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah, looked pretty normal, right? Oh, interesting. Link X16 says they heard about this in Clubhouse. Yeah, I don't even be on that app. Okay, they said that pigs' organs are close to human organs. Well, my stomach hurts. To some people, this stuff is normal. I'm seeing y'all comments. I'm responding today. We got time today. Y'all hit the like button and share this broadcast. We're talking about pig kidney transplant into human beings and stuff. It says the recipient's abnormal creatinine level, an indicator of poor kidney function, returned to normal after the transplant. In the United States, nearly 170,000 people are presently waiting for organ transplants, including more than 90,000 awaiting a kidney, according to the United Network for Organ Sharing. Wait times for a kidney average from 3 to 5 years. My heart and prayers go out to any and everyone who is awaiting a kidney transplant or whose family lost someone as they waited, as they lost their loved one who was waiting for a kidney transplant. It's really sad. But I didn't know about these stats, though. This is according to CNN. You see this? In the U.S., nearly 107,000 people were presently waiting for organ transplants, including more than 90,000 awaiting a kidney, according to the United Network for Organ Sharing. Wait times for the average, kidney is 3 to 5 years. Shout out to Racer Bow. Okay. 90,000 people in America waiting for kidneys right now, y'all. It says researchers have been working for decades on the possibility of using animal organs for transplants, but have been stymied. Oh, I like that word. I know that word. That's the SAT word. Have been stymied over how to prevent immediate rejection by the human body. So again, y'all, this is not anything new. They've been trying to do this for a long time. And as we said earlier, as highlighted in this article, make sure y'all hit the like button, share this broadcast, that they have been testing this out on non-human primates, which is like monkeys. I'm from DC. We say monkeys. All right. It says Montgomery's team theorized that knocking out the pig gene for a carbohydrate that triggers rejection, a sugar molecule or glycan called alpha-gal, would prevent the problem. The genetically altered pig, dubbed gal-safe, that's what they call the daggone pig's name. The genetically altered pig, dubbed gal-safe, was developed by the United Therapeutics Corp's Revivicor unit. It was approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, in December of 2020 for use as food for people with a meat allergy and has a potential source of human therapeutics. Medical products developed from the pigs would still require specific FDA approval before being used in humans, the agency said. Right, so they genetically modified a pig. They're calling that pig with the genetic modification GALSAFE, GALSAFE. And they're saying that the FDA still needs to approve how this genetically modified pig race or whatever would be used. Y'all, I'm tired. Like, I just, look. Kaylin, y'all, says pigs are literal trash. Pigs are literal trash can and disease carriers. Unholy. They messing with stuff again. I can not. Okay? I can't. Right? No puedo. No se puede. Like, I just can't do it. All right? Let me take a breath. Y'all just tuned into the Lioness Den. I'm your sister Lioness Crown. Make sure y'all get your tickets to the All Black National Convention. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. Reading from CNN Health, still, it says other researchers are considering whether GAL-safe pigs can be sources of everything from heart valves to skin grafts for human patients. What type of Frankenstein? Like, other researchers are considering whether GAL-safe pigs, those are the pigs that are genetically altered, can be sources of everything from heart valves to skin grafts for human patients. Maybe I'm just still living in biblical times or something like that. Maybe I'm just out of my time, maybe out of time and place. I don't know, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now, just across the board. And also in what the European calls, or the Yoruba calls, science, that many of our people are bought into and participate in. I don't like this stuff. I'm just saying. The shortage of available organs for humans. I know that there's a lot of human organ shortages, but do we turn to pigs and start implanting swine or any other animal organs into human beings? That could be a question of ethics for a lot of people. When it comes to my moral compass, my spiritual compass, my ethical compass, and those things, I know where I stand. Personally, it's just me. I'm not telling y'all what to do. If y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So it says that they're considering whether these GAL-safe pigs can be sources of everything from heart valves to skin grafts for human patients. A skin graft is like, God forbid, someone, I don't know, falls off their motorcycle and a lot of their skin comes off. Whether these GAL-safe pigs' skin can be used and implanted onto your skin, right? These are the things that they are considering, right? These are the things that they are considering. I want to know in the chat, what do y'all think about this? Now, the article goes on to read, the NYU kidney transplant experiment should pave the way for trials in patients with end-stage kidney failure, possibly in the next year or two, said Montgomery himself, a heart transplant recipient. All right, so a heart transplant recipient said that in the next year or two, this may become more of a common thing. Y'all ready for that? What y'all think about that? The NYU kidney transplant experiment should, that's what they're banking on. It should pave the way for trials in patients with end-stage kidney failure, possibly in the next year or two. Okay. Now, it goes on to read, those trials might test the approach as a short-term solution for critically ill patients until a human kidney becomes available or is a permanent graft. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in and tapped into the Lioness Den. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share this broadcast. It says the current experiment involved a single transplant and the kidney was left in place for only 3 days. So any future trials are likely to uncover new barriers that will need to be overcome, Montgomery said. Participants would probably be patients with low odds of receiving a human kidney and a poor prognosis on dialysis. right? It says, quote, for a lot of those people, the mortality rate is as high as it is for some cancers, and we don't think twice about using new drugs and doing new trials in cancer patients when it might give them a couple of months or more of life, end quote, Montgomery said. It says the researchers worked with medical ethicists. See, this is we talking about ethics. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. It says the researchers of this experiment worked with medical ethicists, legal and religious experts to vet the concept before asking a family for temporary access to a brain dead patient, Montgomery said. Okay. So it seems like the research team, before they tried this experiment, they spoke to the family with an ethicist, a lawyer, and a religious person, and then seems like they consulted them. They work with them to make this thing happen. How much more do I need to see? It's becoming very clear. I see y'all comments in the chat. Shout out to DC, Buckhorse DC. Shout out to you, Chocolate City, Banneker City. So I don't know what y'all think about this. I'm just really, really curious to know. Now, if you Google pig kidney transplant, you'll see something from CBS News from a few hours ago. It says a pig kidney transplant has worked in a human patient for the first time. I'm telling y'all, this is groundbreaking scientific news trending on today, October the 20th, man. 2021. I don't know. I think we're in for one hell of a decade. I said that last year in 2020. I think it's really, really, really nuts. Now, according to CBS News, it says surgeons tested a pig kidney transplant in a human patient, and for the first time, it worked. All right. This story is literally everywhere. It's literally everywhere. All right. And I am going to put the link of this one in the chat as well. I'm seeing your comments come through. I'm wondering what ethicists, right, people who deal with ethics, what they have to say about this. I definitely want to keep researching this. I would not surprise if this thing becomes a thing in the future. Shout out to Maximus Royalty. It says a pig's kidney has been transplanted into a human and was not immediately rejected for the first time. The medical advancement, called a transformative moment by researchers, could pave the way to help the thousands of people in need of organ transplants every year. Yeah, I know it was no notification, but I'm glad you're here, Urema Lanier. It says on September the 25th, researchers at New York University performed the transplant called, this is important, xenotransplantation in a 2-hour procedure. The kidney, which was obtained from a genetically engineered pig, was placed in a brain dead human who had been placed on a ventilator with the consent of her family. It says the kidney was attached to the blood vessels in the donor's upper leg and kept outside the abdomen, where it was covered with a protective shield for the duration of the 54-hour study. This is a lot for me. This is a lot. It's a lot. Okay. Remember, September the 25th, this is new. Researchers at New York University performed the transplant called xenotransplantation in a 2-hour procedure. The kidney, which was obtained from a genetically engineered pig, was transplanted in a brain-dead human who had been placed on a ventilator with the consent of the family. Now, when I was reading the article from CNN, it was not as descriptive, and that's why y'all already know I go to multiple sources when you come into the Lioness Den. And I want to remind y'all to hit the like button and share this broadcast. So it says the kidney, I couldn't imagine like what they meant at first in the other article when they said that they attached it to the blood vessels of the human patient. But this is where CBS goes in a bit more descriptively. The kidney was attached to the blood vessels in the donor's upper leg and kept outside the abdomen, outside the stomach, where it was covered with a protective shield for the duration of the 54-hour study. Is this science or is this evil? Candace, can you type that in for me, please? Is this science or is this evil? Question mark. And I want y'all to vote. Vote science if you believe that this is science, and put evil if you believe it's evil. And if you have something in between, put that in there too. I just want to know where y'all are. I just need to know where y'all stand. Dual I am says, oh my. Yeah, oh my. Oh freaking my. Okay, so nothing but the truth says evil. D-Rock says Frankenscience. Day One Gray says evil. TL says evil. Ellie Boogie says evil. Yeah, that's what y'all are saying. I don't know. Hey, Shauna Allah 77 says it's against the Most High. I do agree with that. Yeah. Okay. Martians is like, are we X-Men now? Like, what the hell is going on? Candace Leo says witchcraft is correct. Right? This is some other stuff, y'all. To me. Now, for folks who like science and they're into all of this like new stuff, I don't know. I told y'all I'm pretty ancient when it comes on to these sorts of things. Some people may think that this is a good thing, that if they can get these pigs' kidneys into as many patients, those 90,000 people, right, sadly, who are waiting for a human, like a kidney transplant, that they feel like that this could save lives, you know? So some people see the other side of the argument. I don't take that position. And again, I'm not judging those people who, you know, feel that way in particular, but I'm just telling y'all my commentary, my reaction on this. Feels, seems, smells, looks, tastes to me disgusting and unholy. That's just me. That's just me. That's just where I am with this. Okay. Now, back to CBSnews.com. It says researchers observed that the body was producing levels of urine and creatinine that were, quote, normal and equivalent to what is seen from a human kidney transplant, end quote, NYU said, and there was no signs of the body rejecting the organ. Dr. Robert Montgomery, who led the surgical team, said in a statement that the procedure was, quote, a transformative moment in organ transplantation, end quote. I told y'all, this is like, to them, this is like some revolutionary stuff. He told Dr. John LaPook in a CBS Evening News exclusive interview that the procedure, quote, was even better than I expected, end quote. It says, he said, the kidney turned a beautiful pink color and immediately urine started pouring out of the ureter, he said. There was complete silence for a few moments while we were sort of taking it in, what we were looking at, which was incredible. He says it was a kidney that was immediately functioning. Chad Ezzo, Chief Clinical Officer of Live On NY, a nonprofit organization that facilitates organ and tissue donation in New York City, said in a statement that the research is, quote, an incredible scientific achievement, end quote. Quote, we are entering a new era for our field, and this will give new hope to those on our wait list as important research moves forward. I told y'all, a lot of people are praising this. Most, I would say, I wouldn't be surprised if the dominant mainstream narrative was going to be like, yo, this is what's really good. This is what's up. This is what's up. I think a lot of folks would take that position, especially folks in the science field. And then also, listen, and my heart goes out to people who are waiting for a kidney transplant. Waiting 2 to 3 years? That's crazy. Or was it 3 to 5 years? I think it was 3 to 5 years for a kidney transplant. That's nuts, right? That is bad. And people are being, you know, have had these surgeries like scheduled. And some folks recently, I know y'all have seen articles of people refusing to get jabbed up before their surgery have been denied their organ transplant surgeries. No bueno, okay? No good. Okay, so Associate Minister and Reserve Deacon, Mr. Terry Jones says he believes it's science. I've been on the other side receiving 2 corneal transplants. A lot of people would be surprised from how medical benefits come about. Everyone wants the sausage, but don't want to see it. I don't know, but I don't eat sausage unless it's vegan. Just me personally. But if you've been on the other side of this, I mean, like I said, a lot of people may be in agreement with this. This is interesting. I don't know. Blessed and Healthy says, abomination. Why do you think die? Why did you think they died in Noah's day? They were splicing, messing with cell and DNA animals, and humans were not to mix. We are in the last days, just like the days of old. Absolutely. I agree. That's just me. I agree. Okay? I agree. It's just a lot going on here. You know what L. Frankly says, pork, the new white meat. Yeah. And listen, again, my heart definitely goes out to folks who are waiting on kidney transplants or any sort of medical procedure, anyone who is dealing with any sort of illness for whatever reason. Okay. For real, for real. You know, I pray for the health and well-being, everyone. Right. I'm doing this. I'm just really shocked that this is like now a thing. And, you know, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, Lord spare me, if I'm still here, I'm wondering what other types of like science and blending of human beings and animal tissues and things, and what type of cyborgs and transhumanism, right? Blending human beings with technology and computers, and what I just don't know. Don't know what the future is going to look like. Don't know. Don't know. So y'all heard this information right here in the Lioness Den. I am your sister, Lioness Crown, your revolutionary, unapologetically Black host right here at flynubianqueen.com. Y'all can go over to Unapologetic Black Power with Lioness Crown to sign up for Unapologetic Black Power. Go over to flynubianpower.com. Again, remember to get your tickets to the All Black National Convention. That's allblacknationalconvention.com, allblacknationalconvention.com. Join us in Orlando next week. We'd love to see you. Davis McMillan says maybe they're returning where they came from. I don't know what's going on. I don't get it, but I get it, unfortunately. We know what we're looking at right now. Okay. So this is what's going on. We're definitely living in the unknown. I think we're living in the upside down. Y'all ever seen that show? I really love that show, Stranger Things. Oh my gosh, I was so sad when it ended. They were living in the upside down. The upside down. Okay. Yep. Time will reveal the downside of this Frankenstein experimentation. A time to live, a time to die. Yes. But everything has its time. And there's a time and place for everything. And I'm not sure, I'm being facetious here, if there's a time and a place to start implanting swine into human beings. I'm sure that they can come up with a better solution and stop playing around with these organ transplants. I think. I know for a fact that human organ trafficking and stuff is real and it's horrible. That also needs to stop. And I also have a problem with human beings playing God. Right? Personally, that's just me. That's just me. I think it's bizarre. But I just wanted to come in. You're welcome. I wanted to come in and share this information with y'all. So y'all are going to see this all over the place today because this is like groundbreaking scientific news. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning into the Lioness Den. We're here weekdays, normally 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, flynubianqueentv.com. That's flynubianqueentv.com. Join us at the All Black National Convention. All right. So This broadcast is ending, but so is global racism and white supremacy. We will trample this beast through fortitude, preparedness, and collectivism. And always remember that they stole us, they sold us, so they owe us. Until next time, family, peace and Black power.